Good morning, y'all. Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. Hope y'all are having a gorgeous morning, beautiful morning. Well, we're not gonna have one. Well, weather-wise, it is actually gonna rain a good bit today. It's really cloudy, gloomy. I don't know how much they're estimating, around an inch of rain. So one thing I did do yesterday, because I saw the rain was coming, I did go fertilize the fall garden. The calendula, the collard greens, the broccoli, all that. Got that fertilized yesterday. Fingers crossed it does rain now, which it has a little bit, so I think I should be okay. Brooke and myself have big plans today. I don't know if y'all can see. Yeah, I think y'all can see it. There is, and I think I've officially named it too. I think I've officially named it, and I got something that not now. I want to see if my buddy, the Clack Shack, can make me something for this, but I'll tell y'all about that later. Our plans though today is to go ahead and get the roost built in the new eggmobile right here. It's gonna be gloomy. Eggmobile is weatherproof, so if it's raining, we can work inside here. We can work inside the barn and hopefully get that knocked out. Speaking of getting things knocked out, the new fence that we're working on, that's gonna, contain the dogs in the front part of our property and keep them off the neighbor's property. I got everything done on that. We're ready to pull fence, except one thing. I gotta break out Spinning Sally and put my tension wires and all my H-post setups. Everything else is done. The H-posts are done. I finished putting all the rest of the T-post in. That's the only thing I like. We'll see what the weather does and if we can or cannot do that. If not, we'll do it. There's a killdeer bird, 2 of them. I'll do it tomorrow, something like that. But almost done with that, so we will be pulling fencing really, really, really soon. But our goal today is to see if we can't get the roost built in the new eggmobile here. So get your cup of coffee and y'all join us. It's gonna be a good one. Rain's not gonna hold us down, is it, girl? No, it's not.
I'm coming, girl. I'm coming. Look at Tater. I knew she was going to be standing at the trough. And then there are these 3 standing over here. Way back on the other side of the pasture is Miss Matilda. And if y'all saw Jason's video yesterday, you know it's been a year since we've had this sweet girl. And I tell you, I just never thought we'd see the day where she would be all the way across that pasture on her own. Look at her. She sees me now. She sees me. She knows it's fixing to be feeding time. Come on, girl. Come on. Sometimes she'll start running. I got to get Peaches fixed. I can't sit here and watch her. Peaches will fire me. This is what I wanted y'all to see. I knew it wouldn't be long. Look at this girl. Daddy girl, come on. Y'all look. Look at her. Come on, big girl. Come on. Oh my goodness. Look at her. Oh my gosh, it makes my heart so happy. I know it does y'all too. Who would have thought she'd be here this time this year, much less running for food.
Come on, Big Daddy. Come on, Big Daddy. There you go, sir. Come on, Reska. Come on, girl. There you go, baby. There you go. There you go.
Gus. Loretta has finished eating. What are you doing? Oh my gracious. Look at the trails where, oh, I don't know if it's showing up, but it looks like in the leaves where a little mini bulldozer has been. And I was thinking the worst when he didn't come to eat this morning. What are you doing, sir? Oh my goodness. I don't know if I need to feed you. It looks like you've been... Did you find some truffles? That's all I need to know. Did you find some truffles? Y'all look, I just don't think it's showing up. Look at the lines that he's created in the leaves where he's been bulldozing around. And he did not come to the stall last night, so I knew he was asleep. But this morning when he didn't come and eat, I really got worried. Come on, boy. Your wife's waiting on you. Yeah. She kicked you out, didn't she? She heard that she could put you back here and she wouldn't have to, well, she can't hear. So maybe she didn't kick you out for that reason. Oh my goodness, watch him, y'all. He's putting his nose down in these leaves and he's just rooting. He's just rooting. And there's not many oak trees back here, so I'm not sure exactly what he's getting. Oh my goodness, Gus. You're a mess, boy. Come on, follow me. Just so y'all can see how far back I had to come. This is the goat side. This is where the stalls are that the goats go up in at night. The emus go up in at night. Oh, goodness, I about fell. And then the other gate goes to the part where the pig's stall is. Well, it was time to feed last night, and I saw Loretta, but I didn't see Gus. Jesse and Honey eat in hanging buckets. I have to separate Loretta. She'll go over there and try to knock their bucket off. So I shut Loretta's gate so she wouldn't be on Jesse and Honey's side. But y'all can see how far back. He's not even coming. He's not even coming. Oh well. I guess just let him root his little heart out because he's not coming. If he does come, we'll feed him then. But I'm going to go up here and open the gate so Loretta can come back here. Everybody's been taken care of. And there's no feed for her to get into that she should not. It is so nasty today. Oh, she's getting her bowl, y'all. She's getting her bowl. And here she goes. Here she goes. Here she goes. Let her run. Maybe she's thinking she's going to take Gus some food. I guarantee you she ate every bit of it. That's where she's been going. About right there. And she stops. Well, you were going to take him some. Look at you. Yep, you just couldn't find him. I don't know why you tote your bowl around when it still has feed in it. Just finish it where you land. Oh, my gracious, girl. All right. Yep, that's right. Take it back. Take it and put it up. Yep. Good girl. Good girl, Loretta.
I gotta tell you a name I came up with that I like. Kind of reminds me of my past. Honestly, it really does, because I pretty much was, well, I worked at a Cadillac dealership for 22 years, so yeah. Definitely gonna remind me of my past. You know, it would be nice if we could actually back it in here, and it would fit. My door's plenty big. But there's an issue with this. That's a non-issue, but let me explain. That doesn't make sense, Jason. Let me explain what I'm talking about. So, the eggmobile here, well, let's just say it's not your normal trailer. because the front axle turns, which is really awesome because it makes, you know, getting into places a lot better. So you can really turn this thing real sharp. It's pretty awesome. It really is. But it's also not awesome if you try to back this thing up. See, on a normal trailer, this is fixed. And backing it up, once you learn how to back a trailer up, it's pretty easy. This right here, no. No matter what you do, this thing is really hard to back up, almost pretty much impossible. Because when you turn your wheel, this turns and it goes the opposite way that you want it to. And then so you turn the opposite way and it still turns the opposite way that you want it to. So no matter what you do, this right here is a problem. Now I understand this was a hay trailer or a cotton trailer or something like that in its heyday, okay? Heyday. Y'all see what I did there? Oh goodness, that wasn't funny, Jason. It wasn't. I thought it was, but it really wasn't funny. But, you know, you probably didn't back stuff up. You're just going around the farm and, you know, grabbing bales of hay or cotton. You know, that's what they did with this thing. So Brooke and myself yesterday, our plan was, and I told Brooke, and Brooke is really good at backing up a trailer. She really is. I can back up a trailer pretty good too. And so Brooke had it hooked up and she thought that she was just gonna back it on in there. And I told her, I was like, oh, it is not what you think. Because she hasn't driven with this thing, I have. And I could see the look of confidence in her face that I was, you know, that yeah, right, I can back this up. You know what I mean? She couldn't back it up. This is where we stopped it right here. We got it where we're pretty close to the barn right here and everything. And so, yeah, so my wheels started turning, y'all. My initial thought was, I told Brooke, I said, maybe we can just weld this thing together. And then I started thinking, wonder if I could maybe drill a hole through it in some kind of way that we can actually put a bolt or pin in it to keep this from moving. Some farmer had already thought of that, because there's actually a hole in here that matches with the bottom plate, because I didn't know this had plates on it until I started digging a little deeper yesterday. And I also haven't told Brooke this secret, but once this whole axle is lined up straight, these holes line up and I can actually put a pin in here, and that will keep this front axle from turning on us, so we can actually keep it. So when we need it, we can have it, and when we don't need it, we can have that too, which is great, because I know at some point when we're moving this thing around in the garden area where the chickens are, we're gonna have to back this eggmobile up, y'all. All right, so Farmer Jason, what did you actually name the eggmobile? We could call it the eggmobile, we could. But I did work for a Cadillac dealership for 22 years, and I was in the parts and service. I was the parts and service manager there. And you know what? I've been calling it this a couple of times, and that is the Coupe de Ville. And one of y'all sent me an email and said, hey, that would be really awesome, because there was a Cadillac called the Cadillac Coupe de Ville. It was a really popular car in its heyday. Boy, I'm bringing heyday up. I've never used heyday in a while, and I've used it twice in this video. And a light bulb went off, and I said, that is awesome, because I know a fella that has all these laser machines and 3D printers and stuff. And all I gotta do is tell him, I want this. Can you make this for me? And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the old Cadillac Coupe de Ville logo and the Cadillac logo, and I'm gonna change it because it's spelled C-O-U-P-E to C-O-O-P, Coupe de Ville with a Cadillac logo, and I'm gonna get Mr. Clack at the Clack Shack to make that for me. And we're gonna have it on here, and it's, yeah, I think it's awesome. I really do. It fits perfectly. It's got a double meaning because it does mean a little something to me because of my history, and I like old cars. So I mean, it's got, I say double meaning, it's got triple meaning. The trifecta, which is getting better, by the way. My shoulder's way better. My tennis elbow is still a little there. I got my little tennis elbow strap on today, but yeah. Trifectus is almost gone. By the way, I can't wait to tell Brooke about the fix, how the Coupe de Ville is actually fixed. And she's gonna be so excited because it was a little frustrating yesterday. It really was. You cannot back that thing up. You just can't. Hey, you may want to cut that off. I got some big news. You remember how you know how fun it is to back up the new eggmobile?
Right.
How fun it is.
Yeah.
So I started thinking last night, or yesterday evening, I was like, I wonder if there's some way that I could drill a hole and put a pin through there and lock that axle up.
Right.
I thought maybe there won't. Well, guess what?
What?
Somebody's already done it.
Really?
It's an upper plate and a bottom plate, and there's a homemade hole drilled through there.
You are kidding me.
So we could get like a tractor pin
Uh-huh.
or a grade 8 bolt. But I'm
bet
thinking
we got one.
I always have extras, and if it'll fit.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
if it'll fit or not, and we have to get the axle straight and get the hole lined up.
Right.
But then
That will work.
Then we can back the trailer up.
All right.
So somebody ran into that
Yep, they sure did.
and thought the same thing I did.
Well,
Drill the hole in there and put a
who's
pin.
smarter, you or them? I'm going to say you.
I don't
Because,
know about that.
you know, you had no idea they had thought of it before you.
I didn't know they had thought of it.
So, yesterday we talked about, well, only thing we could do is weld the axle.
Yeah. And I meant to tell you yesterday, but we got busy yesterday evening and...
You mean you knew this yesterday and you didn't tell?
Yep,
I could
sure
have
did.
slept good, Jason. I could have slept good.
I sure
Instead,
forgot.
I stayed up all night worrying about how to back the trailer up. Go.
Oh, gosh. You hear that biscuit? You hear that? Yeah. All right, before we get started on the Coupe de Ville, we gotta get some hay. It's hay day, guys. So everybody was over here, and I went ahead and shut the gate so we could get hay day done, except little man, he wasn't over there. And just got to hang out by yourself just for 1 minute, brother. Okay? Alrighty.
Holly says she wants to come in.
Yeah. Holly get in here, she'd be nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Oh, come on now.
All right, let's see here.
Would you like me to come in and hold
We got
it?
18 foot, and you're wanting to go all the way to the end, is that right?
I don't care. You just figure out where you think we ought to put
I
this,
think I'm gonna stop right here.
where
Well,
you think we ought to put this door if we relocate it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop right here. It's a magnetized in, and our floor is
sticks to
metal,
everything.
and it sticks to everything. And so, if we cut it 4 foot, then we won't have any waste.
All
You see
right.
what I'm saying?
Well, let's cut it 4 foot.
Let's cut it 4 foot.
And see where it goes.
Right, it'll be fine. We can make it go where we want to. 4 foot's gonna work. So I need 2 pieces, 4 foot. This will be the first time we're actually utilizing the shop, Brooke.
Hey, you're right.
We won't be in the barn.
Does that mean we know where a pencil is?
I got one right here
Ooh.
in my overalls.
Ooh. Make sure I cut the 8s and not the 10s.
Yes. All right, my box of screws are in the back of the side-by-side.
I love spruce.
And it smells good, don't it?
Well, I just mean that the straightness of
the way it looks. Cut me 2 of them like that.
4 or just...
Cut me another one just like that.
You want to make sure it works first?
It'll work.
You sure?
Yep.
Boy, that confidence.
Good catch.
Huh?
Good catch. Man, it smells good. We may cut us an angle on the bottom, but I won't know that till we get it up there.
Or you just want to take 2 to see?
Yeah, we can take 2 and see what happens.
Those are heavier than these.
All right. You didn't bring the pencil, did you?
I did.
Oh, good.
I brought the tape measure too.
Good. We need both of them. I need to mark. I think it was this wall, wasn't it?
Yes.
So I know which wall it is. Now, one thing that if you ever noticed on the other one, you're going to see it on this one, is that we're going to, well, let's just say our chickens are going to have a flat surface to put their feet on. Used to, when we were rookies, we did it like this and the chickens would do like this. Or we've used dowels. Chickens do not like to do that. They want their feet to be flat. They're not songbirds. So that's why we're going to do it this way. It's way better for them. Also, it helps with bumblefoot too, is what they claim.
Helps prevent bumblefoot.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get our 25, or you got it marked up there?
I got it marked up there.
Let's see.
But it may not be exactly.
Yeah. To the tip out here is 26 and a half.
I think that's good right there.
Okay. Now hold it.
You get it right there, and I'm going to put a screw in it. Just one for now.
Because we might be making adjustments.
We might be making adjustments. All right, 10 is on this one right here. All right.
I think it might have moved. It didn't.
I'm going to say 115 and a half.
All right. Think that's safe?
I think that's safe.
Or you wanted me to do it from this side and you'll have an exact
No, it'll be fine. 115 and a half will work. I promise.
pencil?
So we'll just test, we'll cut this one 115 and a half first and make sure it works before we cut another one.
Almost took it all, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was gonna be close.
Save your pencil, sir.
Got it.
I should have worn mine. I could have had my own pencil paint.
We should have wore your overalls.
Yeah.
You ready?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
See, look, we can toenail it too.
I was liking the fact that it's gonna be more secure up here. Help hold the whole thing up.
Now,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, because this will hold the whole framing together.
Correct. All right, so now 115 and a half was perfect.
Anconas will be up here.
Up to the
Or
top
up here.
on this.
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
That's where, right here is where the anconers are gonna sleep, right here.
All 9 of them lined up. The ones on the end are gonna have to be like this. I'm glad I'm not on the end.
They're gonna be squatting down.
They are.
I'll be probably up here too. All right, let's cut at least cut 2 more.
All right, 115 and a half, you think again?
Yeah. That way it'll be all the same, and this will spread out if it needs to.
All right, I need you. Oh, just let me wear your overalls. Think you can fit in my jeans?
I'll put your jeans on.
Yeah.
How about that?
You might not be able to buckle.
I had the camera off, but the wind blew the door shut again. luckily I can get out now.
You're not locked in, are you?
I am locked in.
Did the wind do it?
It did. Or either Holly did one.
No, Holly's over here laying down, but you know what?
What?
Yesterday when I was in here,
It locked up?
it never would shut.
Oh, it wouldn't?
No, I needed it to shut.
And you wanted it to shut
I
on you.
wanted it shut, and it would not shut.
The wind wasn't blowing yesterday.
No.
Girl, I didn't know you had brought I would have helped you breathing.
Dyson, when you feel good, you feel good.
I got you.
Help me. And I even found a spot for the pencil.
Oh, you found a spot for your pencil?
Yep. Since you won't let me borrow yours.
Did you bring the tape measure?
Yeah. Found a spot for it too.
Good. You ready?
Yep.
All right. I got one in. All right. Now straighten it up. One thing you may have noticed is that we're using untreated wood, and that's because their bare feet are going to be on this wood or this lumber. So that's why we're doing untreated. We didn't want the chemicals or them sitting on those chemicals all the time. I'm sure that would contribute to bumblefoot, any other type of foot issues, maybe some rawness, I don't know. One thing that we typically don't have here on our farm is bumblefoot, and that's just an infection in the foot. You'll see it a lot of times, and it actually creates looks like a big blister, but it looks like it's got a big bean in there. So what you'll do is you'll cut it out and try to get that infection to come completely out, and medicate it, pack it, medicate it, and it'll heal up. But luckily, knock on wood, we have not had bumblefoot in years. Thank you. But this is, one reason why. Flat roost, as you can see, and we're using untreated lumber. Now, there were some that worried when we first built the eggmobile or the school bus about the expanded metal floor and worried that that would cause bumblefoot, but it has not caused any issues whatsoever. So that's why we went back with the expanded metal once again on this build. All right. You got that one?
Yep.
And it was, we just put it on that top one, didn't we? And went from there. I guess we could slide that one in and make sure it's exactly the same. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
All right, you ready? You got it?
Mm-hmm.
So Brooke right now is cutting some bracing. We got the roost in. It looked great, by the way. But what we're going to do now is to put a brace on this one. I don't think it will sag, but we do get a little bit of play here. So we're just going to run us a piece of bracing under here to help with that. But just a little extra, that's all. Just a little extra.
That's going to work, Dyson. That's going to work. Oh, man, that's going to work.
Yep. You come in here? I don't think she'd come in here.
Daddy said you won't go. Come here. Oh, yes, she
Holly.
will.
Holly. I didn't think you'd come in here, Holly.
She said, yes, I will if my daddy's in here.
I didn't think you'd come in here. No. I sure didn't. No.
And she's fine.
Goodness gracious.
Scared as she was when she came here.
Oh gosh, she was scared of
everything. She said, see, I could have been in here 2 hours ago.
Yep. All right. Got the roost in, so kind of halfway there, I would guess. But you can definitely see, I mean, the difference in, well, basically how much more roost space we have versus what we have now. And I was talking to Brooke too. Once we get these nesting boxes in, I think we're gonna have some space here, so we can actually build another roost on this side as well. So it can be, it won't be big, but it could be like a 3 or 4 foot roost, and the guys can roost over here as well. So something else we can do. Plus, we'll also build roost back here. This will be the back room, kind of our grow out room. And once we get this built, we'll put roost in here as well. And that'll be another area that the guys can roost into if no other chickens are growing out, because we'll have a door here. We'll just leave this door open and they can go in and out as they please and utilize these roosts. We could actually build these roosts up high if we really wanted to. We could really go up high if we wanted to, because there won't be any nesting boxes over here. So way more space, which y'all know what that means. She's not over here. She is cleaning some water is over there. So she don't need to hear this. This will be just between you and I, okay? All right? This means she can get more chickens, you know? But, yeah, we'll cross that bridge later. So up next, we'll be putting in the nesting boxes. So as soon as the new nesting boxes get here, we'll get those guys put together and installed here. Then what we'll do is we will go ahead and move the Coop de Ville over to the garden area and go ahead and get the chickens swapped over. Then we'll take the old nesting boxes out and put them in here as well. And that way there will be a kind of a smooth transition. The chickens won't go without any type of nesting boxes. And we'll probably leave the guys locked up in here for probably at least 24 hours. I think that'd be the best strategy, honestly. Typically, we've done over the years for longer periods of that. But these guys are accustomed to being moved around in a chicken tractor. So I really don't think it's going to be an issue. I think once they're locked up in here and realize, hey, this is our coop, then they're just going to go right back up in here with no problem. They're just going to treat it just like the coop they have now. I honestly think that's going to be the case. But if not, then we'll leave them locked up in here a little bit longer. But I think we're going to be okay. I really do. What you think, Holly? What you think? Oh, you sweet girl. Appreciate your help. Yeah, appreciate your help, baby.
Oh, it's starting to rain.
It's starting to rain again.
How about that?
Yeah. Well, y'all, appreciate y'all helping us with the Coop de Ville. Catch you guys on the next one. Y'all stay dry, stay warm. Y'all be good.